As I said previously before the break, we're counting down to the month of Ramadan. Now, of course, going to Eid, there's a lot of Muslim community in the world itself are getting busy, yet alone in Britain, because the Muslim community in Britain are busy shopping for clothes and gifts at the London Muslim Shopping Festival, where the latest trends in modest fashion are displayed on the catwalk. However, of course, as we know, and I've been catering you the news of the cost that is now a living crisis in London and also in Britain, is it also affecting consumer spending for this year's Ramadan? To know more about this, we're going to take a look at this package.
Ramadan is less than a month away, and Muslims all over the world are preparing for the holy month. Just like Christmas, Eid is a time for gifts and family gatherings, so unsurprisingly, it would be marked by a retail boom in preceding weeks. One of the most popular purchases ahead of Eid are new clothes. As such, some of the biggest names in modest fashion are now showcasing the latest styles on the catwalk in London. Take for example Lamia Al-Nadi from Saudi Arabia and her fashion brand Blooming Wear, who displays her designs on the catwalk in live sessions. She also believes that her colorful pastel dresses are trending for a spring Eid in London.
What makes it culture specific is that we as Muslim or Arab correlate this with the Eid and Ramadan, so it has to be modest because we all as family come together, so it has to be modest and dressed in a certain way to represent our culture.
Meanwhile, South London fashion house AAB specializes in mid to high-end modest fashion and has been in the industry for 15 years. According to AAB co-founder Altaf Alim, he could count the number of modest fashion brands on one hand when he started his business. However, the industry has since developed much. And although business has been good, it temporarily declined due to the COVID-19 lockdowns. Luckily, sales have bounced back in the first 6 months last year, when AAB reported double-digit growth. However, consumer appetite for modest fashion has been affected by the worsening cost of living prices.
In the news where people were talking about the gas and electricity bills going up, I think we started to sort of see the seeds at that point, but particularly in September with the mini budget, I think that really spooked people, and definitely for all fashion businesses and us also, September to December, we did kind of see a decline in sales. As a result, what we then had to say was, looking at orders for Ramadan, do we need to be slightly more conservative, because obviously people's priorities are food and keeping warm.
The London Muslim Shopping Festival is now in its 8th year, and one of the most surprising new designers on the catwalk was the London Metropolitan Police, who showcased their latest all-weather high-visibility fashion collection.
Again, a really good opportunity to show that we've incorporated a hijab, that you can wear all the different types of uniform within all the different roles within the Met and be representative of your faith and be a Muslim woman doing that.
Fashion weeks are often meant to help designers and brands introduce emerging trends and the latest collections. Similarly, the Modest Fashion Week has become a cultural movement that sets the tone for the latest trends in modest fashion, through international events and runway shows across the globe.
Seeing that coverage, it seems that there's no crisis as of right now, especially, going to the month of Ramadan. And if you were going to talk about the modest fashion itself, now it has grown rapidly and become one of the industry that impacted the world. So you have to stay tuned for that.